Yeah, because he said, be quiet, girl. It do not matter. I had to say it. With a rat-a-tat-tat. Creative. Just be aware of the red flags. Don't let none slide. Be on point about everything. Lucky intuition. Put in with competition. Good things are coming, so you're ignoring the situation. It's okay to change your mind. Yeah. You was probably willing to risk it all for this masculine, but now you realize, like, when I was down and I needed you, you left me. And it's different for me because I was single. But for him, he was dealing with somebody. So when I left you, I didn't know that y'all had broken up. Like, I was just not finna sit around and like be somebody's side chick. Yeah. Months ago. Good news. Don't apologize to people that challenged your life. Only on camera. Balance. Blessings on your birthday. Continue to move in silence. And also, don't pull on their energy. Like, they'll try to say, like, oh, you talking about me. But just because I say a sign does not mean that I'm talking about you. There are multiple people with the same sign. So, and I'm not talking about reading. I'm talking about in real life. Like, I might say, I ain't gonna say nothing because motherfuckers think I'm talking about them. Learn from experience. Just a little bit. My favorite word is probably competition. Final answers. Anything to not go back on the block. And that don't mean that you was in the streets. It just literally mean, like, I cannot go back to letting people walk over me. I'm not going back to and they only play the role of being hurt by you. They don't know that you know what they telepathically said. Sarcasm actually do it. Part of the plan. So they wanted you to be sarcastic. So it seemed like you said it, but they, uh, my karmic masculine funny, y'all. It's always good to be friends with people, but like, I'm gonna speak to you because you're not invisible, and like, this just, you say hey to me, I'm gonna say hey back, but let's see, I thought I shuffled that already. Am I going crazy? And what needs to be realized is that even if things don't go the way that you need them to go, you still learn something from it. To either mind your own business, stop trying people that you think is pussy, and you're healing to learn what triggers you and to deal with it so you can't be triggered by it no more, so you can have a clearer head of thinking. You hoes are dick dumb. So divine feminine, backstabbed, temptation, tell the truth, healing. So they're afraid that this masculine is gonna, or they're trying to manipulate this masculine to blow. They're trying to manipulate anybody who is of not their level to get to their level, because they can't reach our level. Because talking about some day too short. Yeah, balance. Book smarts, street smarts. Two people with street smarts, one's gonna get finessed. Yeah, that divine feminine's like, he like that toxic stuff, but divine feminine's toxic is a healthy toxic. Like, it'll make you laugh. Like, oh, I know you joking, but a commitment. Want to come in with his cape on, say the day after cleaning up his mess that he created with these karmics, putting them in a place. And he could also be portraying divine feminist energy to put these hoes in a place, and they're thinking like, oh, so this, you feel me? So leadership. So he realizing that he was backstabbed by these karmics, and he had to make sure that divine feminine wasn't one of the karmics, because looking back and thinking, you feel me, he might be attracted to divine feminine. I love you too, baby. Now you know how people will treat you when you don't benefit them. Use a different approach when allowing people in. So this is something he said before he left. Like, these people don't care about you. Stop being so nice. They'll use you. They'll have a they'll have some money in their pocket and ask you for some money, knowing that you got kids to feed and all that type of stuff. And then when you ask them, they'll still have the money in their pocket and not even share with you. Like, when I'm down, you ain't gonna help me, but when you down, you think I'm gonna help you. No. Don't judge a book by its cover. Because you didn't tell them you did it, they think you don't care. Process versus, yeah. So the way light workers do it, they still got to get on that bus. They still got to wait at that stop sign. That red light. They got to wait for the train to pass. They probably got a car broke down. Got to wait for AAA or something like that. Y'all got to trust the process and stop wanting stuff so instantly, because when it comes instant, that's too good to be true. This and the third, blah, 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 or whatever. So with this masculine, he could have been manifesting his divine feminine from 2 years ago. Now it's probably like 4-5 years ago that he manifested divine feminine. But at the time, he probably manifested divine feminine, and then 2 years later, divine feminine showed up. But when she showed up, he was manifesting again, and probably thought like, nah, that was too quick. But remember, the first time you manifested, you didn't trust the process. You was probably just reminded, and when you reminded, that's when your blessing came. So it's like, you pray for it, work towards it, and wait for it to come. And don't be trying to take shortcuts, because that's how you get caught up in other people. Oh, you like me? And then they feel like, oh no, she not like me, but I could make her like me. So even a little simple, I'm gonna pray for you type stuff to let them know, like, okay. And then they might come back to be like, hey, did you ever do that? Like, yeah. Okay. Curtain closed. That's like with my baby daddy. If he expect me to take him off of child support, when you found out that you was the daddy, you should have came and tried to be in your son's life and prove to me that you feel me? He got another child that's a little bit older than my baby. Hand me downs. Give me, and they boys. Give me his clothes. I can show you later. Oh, I can show you better than I could tell you. So it's like y'all in a no communication. He trying to tell you, you don't believe him. You steady doing stuff. He telling you to stop, and you steady doing stuff. And it's like, I'm not finna sit here and wait around. Um, you feel me? Because it's possibly not even divine masculine. It could be these karmic feminines trying to good karma. Yes, I know, but I don't assume because you fit the profile. So by you being the level of, feel me? They feel like what you manifest, you get. I feel like some of the karmas really needed help and guidance and or whatever. So they was trying to ask Divine Feminine, but Divine Feminine wasn't saying nothing to nobody. But she was, because it's like, oh, I need this, then the third. So it was like, okay, well, get a job, go to school, this, then the third. But y'all wasn't listening to that. Y'all was, cause, yeah. So they probably asked in January, and you was telling them like February, dang, I need a job, this, then the third, blah, blah, blah. By that time, they already forgot, moved on to something else. So when you told them, they didn't know that you was saying that because they asked. It's like, you won't help me, but it's like, how do I know I'm helping you for you and I'm not helping you to tear down somebody else? Caught up. So between March and June, what's that? March? Oh, shoot. So I think this is when I found out who my baby daddy was. And then now we're going to figure out what's going to happen. And then May. But anyways,